Hello YouTube! Okay, so spring convention season is coming up, and I'm not doing that many shows myself, but when I do a show, I often get a lot of positive comments on my card display, which I made myself. So this isn't going to be exactly a tutorial, because I've already made the thing, but I'm going to kind of walk you through how I made it, and how you can make your own. Okay, so the supplies you need are actually very simple. I think there's basically 4 things you need, and then you can use paint if you want, but that's kind of optional. The base of my display is basically just particle board. So you can get this at the hardware store. It's usually like $4 or $5 for a sheet that's 2 or 3 times this size, and you can usually get them to cut it down for you, and they'll usually do a few cuts for free. So basically, to decide how big I wanted this, I took what I was going to display, which is these little cards, and then I wanted 3 shelves, so I measured 3 times. I could have added a little bit of extra space to take care of the height of the shelves, but I actually put my highest shelf up like this, and some of the card hangs off of it, and that's fine because there's still plenty of support in the back. And then for the width, again, I just kind of measured along to see how much I wanted. Yes, this is easy. The shelves are the weird bit. These are vinyl siding. Specifically, apparently they're called J channels because of the side bit. It looks like this when it's not painted, or you can get it in some other colors, usually like browns. And it usually comes in pieces that are like 12 or 13 feet long, so they'll be really, really tall. They're usually like put up against a wall or in a channel, so you can pull one down and take it home. It's not too hard to cut. I use an X-Acto knife and sometimes a really sharp pair of scissors that I don't care about that much, but do be careful when you're cutting it yourself, because it is fairly stiff plastic. Yeah, and the last things you need are going to be binder clips. These are just the littlest ones that I could find, and then an easel, and these are a couple of the different ones I've used. So yeah, basically how I put this together was I got this cut to the size I wanted, then I cut my little vinyl siding shelves down to size, and then to put it together I just take the little binder clips, snap it on. I'll usually push it down to the bottom and then put the insides in so it's pretty invisible. And then you just do that with the rest. Okay, so this is basically what it looks like when it's on display at a convention. I usually fill it a lot more full than this, but just figured I'd throw a few cards on. I'm using one of a few easels I own. You can also use something that looks more like this. I've found, I think, all of mine at like thrift stores and garage sales, or I think this one I got with a 50% off coupon on Michael's, so they're not super expensive. The board of wood was probably only $2 or $3, and again, they'll cut it for you for free. The 12 feet of J-channel was maybe $7 or $8, and then the binder clip package was like $4 or $5 for the whole thing. And the most expensive part of this was actually the spray paint. This is just like a everything, make sure it bonds to plastic spray paint, and this was maybe $9. But even with the spray paint, the total cost for everything was probably under $25, and most of the materials were reusable, so with just another easel you could make probably 2 or 3 more of these, and that's actually what I did. I made 2 of these at once. Yeah, so if you're looking for fairly inexpensive shelving, especially for small things. Like I use it for cards, but you could easily use it for like 4x5, 4x6 prints, or like maybe even larger stickers, or you could use some for bigger prints. They'd just be like you'd have to either make one of these that's a lot bigger or it wouldn't hold very many. But it's a really useful system, and the best part about it is at the end of the day, you can take all your stuff out and remove the easel, and then you can remove these and it basically packs completely flat, which is one of the reasons I really like it. You can easily fit 2 or 3 of these into a suitcase, and they really don't take up that much space at all. Yeah, so that's basically my like walkthrough / tutorial for this. Definitely let me know in the comments if you think you might want to make one of these yourself, and please feel free to tag me or link me if you do make one, because I'd love to see what you do with it. I think there's lots of other ways you could go about decorating this. At some point I want to do something with the back of this one and maybe put on like a stick-on wallpaper or something, maybe from Spoonflower. The front part actually fits a medium-sized washi tape really well, so you could decorate them with like nice little strips of color. And there's lots of things you could do. It's really versatile. Yeah, so let me know if you make one of these, and let me know in the comments if you got any questions or if there's any other videos you'd like to see in the future. And if you want to see more about my Artist Alley stuff, or just more of me drawing, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next video.